I don't think I'm want to victimhood. I think that's something I've worked very hard on with processing, trauma and dealing with PTSD, because I try not to give any room for that. But one of the things I'm really struggling with is rejection and the possibility of rejection, which is not where I put my faith or my intention towards. I'm not believing that to be the case, but it's this thing that constantly plagues my thoughts. I mentioned previously the whole performance thing, and maybe it's all tied in with that. Maybe it's just tied in with the unknown, because I've yet to get there. I've got 6 weeks to go till I'm home on country again. And I don't know, like I've never had that sense of family, and I just don't want to fuck it up. And then even then you think, well, you're thinking of fucking up family, so therefore logically that's a performance anxiety issue. And why would you think that you would fuck up family that have been so very welcoming? And then you say, well, okay, that's a rejection issue. And then I don't know what to expect when I get there, so... And the people that have invited us and we've connected with have done nothing but be generous, kind, encouraging. Yet they're not the things that I dwell on. I try and dwell on those things. The things I find myself dwelling on are those past things that it's so hard not to drag forward. And then you get in your head and you think, well, you know this stuff, you know how all this works, and you know that's dragging back, and that's a whole chemical reaction in the brain, and firing and refiring of synapses and the chemical rush and living forward with the past and blah, blah. But it's just fucking difficult, It's like a fucking cloud. It's like a wet blanket on every day. It sits there. And I try and get focused on what my task is today, mindfully present in my now, doing those things I know to do that are going to free up the time to be there and be present. Because if I bring this shit forward, all I'm going to be doing is dragging this stuff around while I'm in Tennant Creek. I'm trying to pull things together. Here I am saying this now, I suppose. I'm trying to find ways to help. And I don't know if finding ways to help is what I should be doing, as opposed to be being and sitting and learning. And I just don't know. Fuck. I'm anxious about it. I'm depressed about it. I think I'm just so worried about it as well. I need not to be worried about it. Nothing's indicated that I should be worried about it, but I just fucking am. I don't know what to fucking do. Sound morbid, don't I? Biggest adventure of my life. I'm fucking just morbid. Am I just morbid? No, that's probably too much of a statement. I don't think I'm morbid. I'm not morbid all the time. I suppose I don't allow myself to get excited about it because of the possibility of being rejected with it. Does that make sense? It doesn't make fucking sense, but I've trained myself not to be excited about things because historically they haven't worked out. So I'm in that cycle of predictive negativity and predictive self-rejection. I don't know. It's a clusterfuck, really. Well, I'm going to try and finish this novel number 3. I'm going to try and write that out. Saturday I've got Mark decided to do woodwork. I think I've decided I'm going to put my story on some wood and hang it and just do some art. I'm finding art very therapeutic. Writing's turned into pretty much a job, so that's okay. I just need to finish these novels. But I'm finding future distraction as opposed to future intention and dwelling a challenge. And I need an artistic outlet. You know, art's good for my soul. Always has been. So, anyway, ravings of a office boy. Cheers.